You might be getting to this point of the video and be like, she's supposed to tell me how to grow my hair and it's only that long? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a very long time. So to begin with, this is just freshly washed hair. So I'm just gonna go ahead and section off my hair and put in a leave-in while I talk about a couple of things that have been on my mind in terms of natural hair. So to begin with, for the first time in a long time, I feel like my hair is actually like growing, and your hair is always growing, but I feel like it's been like retaining its length, which is really nice to see. But typically in the past, in order to grow out my hair, I have put it in some sort of protective style. But this is the first time where I feel like my hair is actually retaining its length, wearing it natural. And I just wanted to talk about length retention, how I finally feel like I've been able to retain some of my length. So to begin with, I wanted to talk about wash day. So I started changing up the way that I was washing my hair, and in doing so, I feel like this really made a difference, because for the most part, you wash your hair, you style your hair, and then the next time that you're really touching or manipulating your hair is the next day that you are styling it. So typically within a week, 2 weeks, depending on the cadence that you're doing your hair. And so wash day can really like make or break your retention days. And I have found a way to retain a lot of hair when it comes to my wash days. And I'm not going to tell you to finger detangle your hair. I don't do that. I don't think it's realistic or practical for my life and my type of hair. And I personally don't want to give that much time to my hair. I want it to be something quick and easy, and I like to use tools for that. But the shampoos that you use are really important. So two of the shampoos that I like are the Design Essentials brand. One is their moisturizing shampoo. As you can see, I have used the majority of this shampoo. And then the other is their deep cleansing shampoo. And for these two shampoos, I like to alternate when I'm using them. So as I mentioned, I wash my hair every single week, and from week to week, I will use the moisturizing shampoo. I have found that it works really well with my hair. And to wash my hair every week, I basically split my hair in half. I then clip up the other half of it, similar to how I'm doing my hair now, and then I will work in those two sections. And I will lather up the product between my two hands and apply it to the roots, and then I will bring the product down, similar to how you would apply like leave-in conditioner. And then when I am doing, because I like to shampoo my hair twice, so then on my second shampoo, I will actually get under like the nozzle of water. I think previously I had been using the other shampoo, the deep cleansing shampoo, and shampooing with that every single week. Even though it was incredibly cleansing for my hair and my hair felt really clean, it felt like it was stripping it too much of its natural oils and moisture that it needed. And so by washing my hair with a moisturizing shampoo, I found that to be most effective for my hair. However, I will use the deep cleansing shampoo once a month. So for me, the easiest way to keep track of that is that the first of the month. So the first of the month, I will use the deep cleansing shampoo. I will shampoo my hair just the same way that I do it. And that has been really nice. My hair feels a lot more moisturized. I think before I was just stripping it too much in an effort to make it clean. And I just wanted to touch upon that because I feel like when we talk about like moisture and length retention, a lot of focus is put on deep conditioners or leave-in conditioners. And for me, one of the biggest changes with my hair and its retention was actually in the shampoo. So I just wanted to touch upon that. But after I shampoo my hair is then when I will move along to my deep conditioner. So I do deep condition every single week, and this works really well for me. And what I have also started doing is I follow the directions on the bottle. So after I shampoo my hair, I will use this conditioner. I got like the recommendation off of TikTok. but it is the Matrix Food for Soft. So I will use this. I put this in my hair like I would apply a deep conditioner, even though it's just a conditioner. I leave that in my hair for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I rinse it out. And that's what I do week to week. And then on the days that I am using like my deep cleansing shampoo, I will follow up with a like super rich. So this is just by Amika. This is the Hydro Rush shampoo, and I will do this and I will just follow the directions that are on here. So for example, for this one, this is 5 to 10 minutes. And when I leave in my deep conditioner, I have like that little like towel turban that you saw. And then I will also have a shower cap underneath. So it kind of works as like a mini steamer for my hair. And that has been really helpful. I did see, I think it was another TikTok. I get a lot of my information on TikTok now, but it was about how deep conditioners are like great, but in the effort to not do as much product hoarding, you can use and repurpose some of your current conditioners as deep conditioners. I should also mention that the Design Essential one, at least at Sally's right now, it's on sale for 30%. So I will be restocking mine. Hopefully by the time I get this video out, it will still be on sale. But those are some of the products that have like really changed my wash day. And then I also just wanted to talk about tools that I like to use. So when I'm detangling my hair, as you'll see, of course there's hair in it because I'm currently detangling it, but I like to use the unbrush. And so the unbrush is really helpful to detangle, especially like type 4 hair I've found. And I just start at the bottom and I work my way up until I can run the brush through my hair from root to tip. If I feel like it's like snaggling a little bit or more than I would at least like, it probably means that I need a trim. This is typically what I use in like bigger sections of my hair, just because I feel like it glides really well through the hair. And you'll also notice I saw another video and it was talking about using your tools properly. And I feel like when we're using our tools, we think we're using them properly, or we're not necessarily considering that. And what I realized from this video was that one way to use your brush properly is to make sure that the strands are gliding through from top to bottom. So sometimes when you're doing it, you might have it rotated, ergonomically speaking, but really going from top to bottom is best because that is how the brush was designed. And it means that in doing so, your hair can really glide through that tool. So that's just one thing that I wanted to mention in terms of the unbrush. I bought that on a whim and it's actually turned out to be really helpful when it comes to me detangling my hair. And then I also wanted to talk about my tried and true. This is my Tangle Teezer. It's dirty, not too much. So my Tangle Teezer I've had for a really long time and I really like it. I feel like the bristles are pretty flexible such that it doesn't rip through the hair. It actually untangles your hair in a pretty manageable way. So I really like my Tangle Teezer. And specifically, I will use my Tangle Teezer for smaller sections. So those are like the two major tools that I use when I am doing my hair. And then there are also a couple of products that I will touch upon when I finish detangling and putting in my leave-in conditioner. Okay, I'm back. I put in a lot of my twists, so I thought it would be a good time to talk about like styling and styling in a way with length retention in mind. So the biggest thing when it comes to styling your hair, you're going to want to make sure that when you're styling it, especially since you're styling it typically for 7 days at a time, that it's packed with moisture. In order to understand what type of moisture works best with your hair, I would possibly recommend knowing your porosity. I don't get into porosity a ton, mainly because I don't know, it feels like an extra added step that I don't always want to take, but it can be important. So for example, I have low porosity hair, so I know that on wash day, I prefer, at least with my hair, to pack in as much moisture as I can to make sure that it lasts all 7 days. And in order to do that, there are 2 leave-in conditioners that I really like. It just depends on how I'm styling. So if I am styling my hair wet, I like this leave-in in particular. I believe it's pronounced the Weedad. Don't come for me if that's correct. If that's incorrect. but it is the Moisture Lock line. And then if I am styling my hair on like a blow dried style, or I'm going to do like a perm rod set, I like to use this Mizani one. And I love this leave-in conditioner. It's super moisturizing, and when you do blow dry your hair, I wouldn't recommend it for like a silk press because your hair does feel like a little bit heavy. It has like some weight to it, but I found that that's the best way to keep my hair moisturized. So whenever I'm styling my hair, I always start with putting in a leave-in conditioner. Previously, I never, like honestly speaking, I never really cared about a leave-in because I was like, oh, well, I'm deep conditioning my hair, and the products that I use are cream based. So, you know, that's enough moisture. No, take the added step, put in a good leave-in. And the ingredients are really important too. So I'm pretty sure with the Dad one, based on the ingredients in it, it actually helps to draw moisture from the air to your hair, which is why I don't necessarily like to use it for a blow dried style when like the opposite thing that I want is for my hair to revert. But I love it for my like twist outs and things like that. So I will apply that to my hair before I start styling. And then in order to pack in that moisture and to style in a way that makes sense for length retention, I recommend doing a hairstyle that you can do really well. So I know there's like some internet debate in terms of like wash and goes and twist outs and like what is the best hairstyle for length retention. And I personally feel like it is the one that you can do the best, because that means that you're not taking a ton of time doing it, which means that you can prioritize your hair every single cycle that you need to do it, as opposed to like putting it off. And then when I do my twist outs and when you are going to style, I do recommend using a product that's based on your porosity. So as I mentioned, I like to use a heavier product. So my favorite right now is this Design Essentials, and this is the Almond and Avocado Curling Cream. I really like this one. It feels super like moisturizing, but it also, I feel like it has like a pretty good amount of slip, such that when I like style my hair, I can like detangle it with my fingers really easily. So that is one thing that I would recommend. And then once I like style my hair for the week, that's it. So I might put it up in a puff at the very most, but for the most part, that's all that I really do with it. And then finally, the last piece that I wanted to talk about when it comes to length retention, which I have heard people speak about before, is your health. So happy insides make for happy outsides. And so for the longest time, I don't want to say I ignored that, but I was focused on like product and a technique and like tools, and less so much in terms of like nutrients and vitamins. And so I did have some blood work done a couple months ago, I believe. And one of the things that did come up was that I was iron deficient. And I genuinely would attribute a lot of what I'm considering like my newfound retention in my hair to adequately addressing my iron levels. So my hair is retaining its length. My nails are like the longest they've ever been, naturally speaking. So like without builder gel or without putting like dip or acrylic or something like that. So this is the longest that my nails have ever been as well. And I really do think it's attributed to me taking my vitamins and making sure that I am, one, being like a responsible adult and doing the things that need to be done. But it's actually really cool because it goes to show that there are little signs that your body will tell you and give to you, that tell you to take a look at potentially what you're taking in. And so this video would not be complete if I didn't mention your health and like your vitamins and like your overall nutrition and how that can affect your hair health as well. So I am done styling and I will come back tomorrow. So it is the next day. I just slept with these twists. in my bonnet, and I am going to take them down. Okay, so this is my hair with all of the twists taken out. So next I'm just going to separate them, and then I will stretch my hair as well. Okay, so this side has been taken down. I tried not to like over separate it too much. I say that as I'm separating a new piece. But next I'm just going to take down this section. But yeah, to summarize, I would say in terms of length retention, if you do feel like you're at like a plateau with your hair and you're not quite sure what's going on, I would definitely recommend examining your wash day, how you're treating your hair on wash day, the products that you're using. Next would be then to look at moisture, how much moisture your hair is getting. And then finally, just checking your diet and your vitamin supplements and getting some blood work done. It could be more than just like vitamin deficiency. It could also be some underlying like health adjustment that needs to be made. So I would definitely recommend that. Also, I should say this video is not a like how to get long hair like me video. I definitely want to grow my hair longer than this. And so I kind of wanted to talk about like length retention in the process of it and how to retain your length and appreciate it while still wearing it out. Because for me, previously, when I had grown my hair out to the length that I am trying to get it now, as I think I mentioned the other day, it was under something. So I had them in a protective style. And so I wasn't wearing my hair out. So it was kind of easier to like grow it. It was just like, we'll just leave it alone. And I was only touching it like once a month. So it grew and the length was retained, more importantly. And so this is a little bit different. And so I do understand I don't have the longest hair out there. I know that I don't have probably like long hair compared to other videos of this nature, but I did want to share it anyways, because even just making these changes, I've been able to notice the health of my hair. But when I stretch my hair is when I can really see kind of like how much it's grown. And so I did want just to mention that, because you know, you might be getting to this point of the video and be like, she's supposed to tell me how to grow my hair and it's only that long. So just wanted to put that in there. And so I did want to mention though, I know usually my videos are a little bit like more chit chatty. So I did want to mention that it is the giving season. So when I am recording this, it is the weekend before Thanksgiving. And so it's Thanksgiving, and then it is Giving Tuesday, the Tuesday that follows Thanksgiving. And so I did just want to kind of highlight the giving season. I know too right now, if you are based in the United States, there's a lot of chaotic things going on, and different families and individuals are being impacted in different ways. And so I did just want to say, if you are in the position to give and to donate to those in need, this season is a really great time. And depending on your employer, you might also have some like giving programs where they will match your donation. So it can be a really great way to like double your impact and impact more families right now during the holidays when they really need it. So I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, this is the final look. And so next I am going to stretch my hair, and then I'll close out this video. Let's get hot. Okay, so this is one side fully stretched, and this is the other side. It's always so wild to me. And this is also why I stretch my hair. I love volume and like big hair. And this is cute. Like this has a moment, but the big fluffy hair, especially now that it's not 1,000 degrees, this is my look. I feel like this side is stretched more. Or maybe I'm just biased. I can't tell. But this is the final look. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. And also, as I was talking about, it is the season of giving. So if you do have a nonprofit that you're super passionate about, or you just want more people to know, please leave a comment because I too am looking to donate to more different charities, and I would love to be able to spread it out far and wide. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.